Hey Google, restart video.
Hey everyone, Scott Ennis, voice actor, Hollywood actor, movie star. Don't believe all that. I'm a legend in my own mind. Hey, you know me better as the voice of some of the most popular cartoon characters in the world. Scooby Dooby Doo, Scrappy Dappy Doo, Puppy Power, Black and Shaggy too. And you've got the Sullivan Project podcast coming at you right now.
Hey Google, stop. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. Hey Google, turn your volume to 50%. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 10:42 a.m.
Okay, it's pretty early in the morning for the Sullivan Project podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I've been going through struggles my whole life. We all have a story, and you can't judge a book by its cover. And I was born with an autoimmune disease. I just turned 45, and I lost my sight a couple of years ago. I've been in a wheelchair since I was a child, and I can barely use most of my limbs. But like I said, we're all here to do something. We have purpose, and that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps us all going. Even if we don't want to realize it, we just think we're here, and when the lights go out, that's it. But that's really not it. So I want to help people with the podcast. Like I said, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you want to check out other episodes, we have over 100 now. And we've had guests, audio and video. And this isn't just about me. This is about everybody. Like I said, we're all in on it together. We're all in on it together, and we're all one. We're all connected. So if you want to come on and share some of your story or what you've been through, our pain is our strength, not our weakness. And fear is the lowest frequency, and love is the highest. So you got to stay up if you want to be connected, and you want to be clear. You just want to have a better. If you want to understand things and follow things, your correct life path better, you got to keep it up no matter what. Keep the energy up. Love. Fight fire with water. I'll just say that. So you can check out old episodes. Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube. Harold Sullivan 78 TikTok. Harold Sullivan period 35 Facebook. And you can call the show 724-513-1472. Like I said, if you want to be on or you just want to say stuff or just get out stuff, now's the time, because you never know. Like I said, we live and die in the blink of an eye. You could be gone, and then there's something you wanted to do or say, or that last time you wanted to say something to someone or see them again, and you didn't. And so do it now. Now is now. After this, you don't know. So do it now. And you can email hs19782015@outlook.com. And we appreciate comments, likes, shares, friend request, subscription, whatever. Just, when I was going through tough times, and just like others, sometimes you just need to hear something at the right moment, or you just need one person to call you. And I can be there for that, and we all can. That's something we can do. We're all here. We can all do something to help. We're supposed to create, not destroy. There's two types. Which one are you, the creator or the destroyer? We're going to talk about some movies today, though. More movie brackets. And actually, I just got done with an audio book, which it's available in regular print too. I've listened to a couple of hundred in the last couple of years since I lost my sight. And I just started my 10th time through the audio Bible, King James Version, 87 hours. Oh man, on that, because that gave me somewhere to start, like just, a place, and then go from there. Because I kept asking for Jesus to take the wheel. I wasn't happy before I lost my sight. So I'm happier now because I've found spirit. I've learned to trust myself, and I've just come into it. It's like being born again, really. And it's a huge change when you go blind or lose a sense. I mean, I couldn't imagine before. So and I always feel for others because it can always get worse. And so it depends on how you take it, because I don't have to take being blind as worse, because I'm open to other things now. So, and I don't have to use the eyes. The eyes are deceiving, you know. Uh, believing is uh, believing is let's see. I got another saying here. How did I say it? Believing? Uh, seeing is, or conceiving. Believing is conceiving. Uh, seeing is believing, or believing is conceiving. Not I forget how it is. Check out old episodes for the other Sullivanisms, though. It's basically you don't have to see. Uh, believing is conceiving. Believing isn't seeing, it's conceiving. Okay, yeah. Believing isn't seeing, it's conceiving. Okay, so you don't have to see something to believe it, because actually the stuff that we believe in isn't available on our vision plane, our earthly vision, physical plane, I should say. So, but yeah, the book I just got done with is kind of about horror films, uh, shock value, and it basically talks about all the top and pretty much some of my favorites. Uh, Psycho, Night of the Living Dead, Aliens, who else? And it talks about Rosemary's Baby and Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween. Uh, very good. Uh, yeah, so then we're going to get into coolest looking films. And of course, these are all before I could see, or before when I could see. So I got a list. We're going to break down the bracket. I think I got 30 of them. But we'll toss out some and we'll do future episodes. And we'll break them down with some of the other guests. And like I said, I appreciate y'all tuning in here. Uh, and so we got about 30 of them. I'll give a little description of each one, just a couple of seconds. And then we'll go from there. So these are like coolest looking. Uh, Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 12 notes. First note, V for Vendetta, Sin City Matrix, Wizard of Oz, John
Alexa,
Carter,
stop.
Psycho.
Okay. V for Vendetta. It's about a guy in a mask, and of course, Vendetta and whatnot. It's kind of like comic style shot. Good action. I think it's set at a different time. I don't want to give away too much. But V for Vendetta. And then we have Sin City, of course. I think Bruce Willis was in that. That's another cool shot, kind of like with the shadows and just dark looking. The way they control the colors, very cool. And then the Matrix is one of the first ones. I mean, just with the visuals and the first time they used that slow mo bullet, and bending backwards, and that was revolutionary what they created for the Matrix. Uh, Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 12
I
notes.
recommend all these.
First note, V for Vendetta, Sin City Matrix, Wizard of Oz, John Carter, Psycho.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
Okay, Wizard of Oz. We're talking about the original one, of course, with all the colors. It was black and white, and then it changed the color, and the ruby red slippers. Just very cool. You know what I mean? What else here? Alexa, what are my stickies? We got a lot on the first round. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 12 notes.
So we got the Wizard of Oz.
First note, V for Vendetta, Sin City Matrix, Wizard of Oz, John Carter, Psycho.
Okay, Alexa, stop.
Terminate.
John Carter, which is a newer movie. It's actually in 3D when I saw it. It was amazing, but they spent $200 million or more on that, and they lost so much money too. And that was actually, I listened to the first book, so you can get the John Carter book series. It's kind of like Wizard of Oz. There's like so many in the teens, and but they made a movie, and it was in 3D, and just the effects with the landscapes and then the creatures, and it was like low budget, but was just great effects. Kind of, you have to see it. So we got, and then Psycho, and this might be the only black and white on this list, but the original Psycho. Uh, Alfred Hitchcock made with his TV crew, and based on the book, based on the killer Ed Gein, and Anthony Perkins plays the killer, Norman Bates. But just the angles and just even the color, even though it was black and white, the way it was shot, and special effects, the tricks they used in it, even though they didn't have special effects. So, Alexa, delete sticky
Your last note was V for Vendetta, Sin City Matrix, Wizard of Oz, John Carter,
and
Psycho.
Psycho.
Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the second batch here. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 11 notes.
These are all good.
First note, Terminator 2 Avatar, A Christmas Carol, Alice in Wonderland.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
Okay, so we got Terminator 2, one of the first ones with the CGI, and even the color and the way the whole thing was shot. It might have been one of the first digitally shot. And the cloning and there's just special effects with the T-1000, all that was awesome. So we got Terminator 2, Avatar, of course, which a lot of people might just say, oh, that's the coolest looking, and just give it right away. But it's got to be more than that, too. Even though I'm calling it coolest looking bracket, but everybody knows Avatar. James Cameron, he actually did Terminator, created Terminator. So, Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
And Avatar is a 3D movie, all 3D characters, in case people don't know. Alexa, what are my stickies? And it was like 300 million to make that movie.
First note, Terminator 2 Avatar, A Christmas Carol, Alice in Wonderland.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
And then A Christmas Carol is actually the one with, what's his name? Jim Carrey plays Scrooge, and it's an animated 3D as well. But just very clear, and the color was awesome when I saw that in the theaters. And then Alice in Wonderland, we're going to talk about the one with Johnny Depp in it. Again, color and just kooky and the special effects, and then the whole movie was pretty cool. Alexa, delete sticky.
Your last note was Terminator 2 Avatar, A Christmas Carol, Alice in Wonderland. Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This is how I take notes. Since I'm blind, I can't write, so I got to do this so I can be independent, and then I can just do stuff, without having to have somebody help me do every single thing every day, all day. You want to be a person, Hey, Alexa, what are my stickies? So here's a third batch.
10 notes.
Coolest looking.
First note, Nightmare Before Christmas, Roger Rabbit, Space Jam, Jurassic Park.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
Okay, Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton. It's kind of like a black and white style, but it's animated. It's actually one of my top favorite movies. Good soundtrack, singing in it, and they're like little claymations almost. Space Jam, Michael Jordan's in that, and then it's Bugs Bunny and animated. It was one of the first kind like that. Same with Roger Rabbit, which came out a few years before that. Bob Hoskins, Christopher Lloyd, and pretty much every other animated character you could think of, they threw in Space Jam, or they threw in Roger Rabbit, and it was a story about a rabbit who was being framed for, it was called Who Framed Roger Rabbit, for murdering his wife. So he hires a human detective, because in this world, humans live with tunes, kind of. So, Roger Rabbit, and then Space Jam, yeah. Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 10 notes. First note, Nightmare Before Christmas, Roger Rabbit, Space Jam, Jurassic Park.
Alexa, delete
Second
sticky.
Note. Your last note was Nightmare
And we got
Before
Jurassic
Christmas,
Park.
Roger Rabbit, Space Jam, Jurassic Park. Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So we got Jurassic Park, and there's actually 2 trilogies, but we'll just say the first one. It was mind blowing with the special effects, especially that scene when they walk up and that dinosaur is there, and it's just. And then later on, the lady's digging through the dinosaur poop, and it just comedy and just. But it was like you really believed it. It was just wow, how did they do this? The dinosaurs are real. And then they cut in with the animatronic dinosaurs too, and it just blended great. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 9 notes.
Okay.
First note, Batman mirrors 13 ghosts.
Alexa,
Second
stop.
Note.
And we're going to go with Batman from 1989, Tim Burton again. Michael Keaton. Jack Nicholson is the Joker, and it's just color and just the way it was shot, dark, kind of gothic. It puts you in almost like a comic book as well. So we got Batman. We got 13 Ghosts. This was actually a remake, and a lot of people don't know, but it had Shannon Elizabeth, Matthew Lillard, and it was like this house that was clear, like a mansion. But what they didn't realize is there was ghosts locked in every room, and when they went in, they unlocked them all. It was like this puzzle, and they couldn't see them unless they had these special goggles, and they were like trapped in this house. It was creepy, but it was good. Special effects. Mirrors is another one, and I believe that was uh, Kiefer Sutherland. Uh, and he plays like this guy at this, I think it's a hotel, and it's haunted or something, and there's mirrors, and there's things in the mirrors, and they come out, and it's just, you see stuff in the mirrors. I don't want to give it away, but it's very, very creepy, and it's a good movie, dark movie. Horror. Alexa, delete Sticky.
Your last note was Batman mirrors 13 ghosts. Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I've deleted that.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 8 notes. First note, Predators The Time Machine remake Superman Returns.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
Okay, Predators. We're talking about this. I don't know which one, but Predators. Okay, so it would be the third in the Predators franchise, if you don't count the alien ones. But it was the one where they took them to the Predator planet or some other planet, and they were hunting humans, and very good effects, and just the way the planets looked and the skies, and I thought it was Lawrence Fishburne is in that one, Danny Trejo, but just good effects. It just looked good. Predators. What else here? Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 8 notes. First note, Predators The Time Machine remake
Alexa, stop.
Superman.
And then the Time Machine remake with Guy Pearce. It was very good. It was close to the original Time Machine movie, but the remake, it just had good effects, and they went to different places. I just kind of liked it, the way it was colored and shot good as well too. And then of course we have the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeve, uh, and Marlon Brando, and then Gene Hackman, and then you have all the crystals and just the space and the planets and just the way it was shot and the color and everything, especially for '78, the year I was born. They were just starting off with effects. And then Superman Returns, which of course didn't come out until 2000s, but it kept the same type of style, but with a $200 million budget. And I mean, when Superman went up into space and he's soaking up the sun, or he's just listening, he goes up above the whole planet and listens to everything at once, and then that way he can find emergencies. I mean, the effects are amazing in that movie, and great. They actually had the guy Brandon Routh swimming, and they CGI'd him, like captured him, so that when he was flying, it looked more real. I mean, how intelligent is that to figure out about the momentum being in water, and when you capture that, it's almost like flying. So they hadn't done that before, because when the guy was flying, their hair didn't move and their face, you know what I mean? That was unrealistic that the guy could be perfectly still but flying. So, uh, Alexa, delete Sticky. So Superman Returns. Alexa, delete Sticky. Alexa,
You want to delete?
delete Sticky.
Okay, I've deleted that.
Okay. Alexa, what are my stickies?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 7 notes.
Okay.
First note, Dark Knight Twisters Titanic Aliens.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
So we have Dark Knight. That's the Christopher Nolan, the second Batman movie, the one with Heath Ledger as the Joker. Just beautiful movie, everything about it. Aliens, we're talking about the second one now. Shot good, color, special effects were awesome for back then on that planet, and them fighting them aliens with them big robot machines. Twister, another one, and that was neat because they were fighting, like, they weren't really fighting, but it was natural disasters, one of the first natural disasters. And there's like a cow, and there's like things up in the tornado. It's neat. And it wasn't cheesy though. You'd think it'd be funny. And then of course Titanic, just that was beautifully shot. Period. Uh, Alexa, delete sticky.
Your last note was Dark Knight Twister's Titanic Aliens. Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes.
Okay, I've deleted that.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 6 notes.
Okay.
First note, Watchmen Super 8 Blair Witch Ghostbusters.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
Then we got Watchmen with Jackie Earl Haley playing Rorschach. And that was another comic book type movie, just shot straight out of a comic book. Dr. Manhattan was glowing and just very neat. And that's adapted off of a DC comic from like back in like the 70s or 80s. Like an Elseworld type. See, Watchmen. Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Alexa, what are my stickies? Watchmen.
I found 6 notes. First note, Watchmen Super 8
Okay.
Blair Witch Ghostbusters.
Alexa, stop.
Second
And I know all these, like I knew all these just by thinking of them. Super 8 is a J.J. Abrams. He did Cloverfield and one of the Star Treks of Star Wars, or a couple of Star Treks. But it's about some kids and they have a camera and they're making an 8mm movie. And this monster comes, gets unleashed into town. And so you have the found footage type, which I like. And then we go to the Blair Witch, which started all that pretty much, which was made on like the lowest budget and had like the highest grossing of anything ever. And that was just a couple like teenagers or college kids with a camera went looking for this supposed witch in the woods with no budget. And it's just one of the best movies. I recommend it. It's just creepy. Watch it all the way through till the end and think about it. Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Alexa, what are my stickies? Yeah, that's the Blair Witch.
I found 1 note.
Alexa,
First
what are my
note,
stickies?
I found 6 notes.
Jesus.
First note, Watchmen Super 8 Blair Witch Ghostbusters.
Alexa, delete
Second
sticky.
note. Your last note was Watchmen Super
We're going to talk
8
about
Blair Witch
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Ghostbusters, the first one. Of course, with them, all the just the digital packs and the proton packs, the ghost trap, the ghost. It was just beautiful. Even the sets and the car, the way they made the car up to Ecto 1. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 5 notes. First note, 30 Days of Night Mystery Alaska Army of Darkness.
Alexa,
Never
stop.
Ending Story.
30 Days of Night is a Josh Hartnett vampire movie in Alaska. And it's just shot like kind of like a comic book almost. And it's the newer kind of vampires with the longer teeth and the black eyes. And they actually have a language kind of they speak with sounds. It was different. And then Mystery Alaska is actually a hockey movie with Russell Crowe. And based on a hockey team who got to play the New York Rangers. They were like just a minor league team in Alaska on a pond. And it's just dark. And you have all the colors from Alaska, which isn't many. There's only colors. They only have like black, blue, and white or something. There's only like 3 colors in Alaska. Fascinating. But it's a good movie. And it's about family too and sports. And Alexa, what are my stickies?
Okay.
Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 5 notes. First note, 30 Days of Night Mystery Alaska Army of Darkness Never Ending Story.
Alexa, stop.
Second.
And then we have Army of Darkness, which is the third Evil Dead movie with Bruce Campbell. And it's the one where he goes back in time and there's skeletons and it was like whole CGI, or not CGI, but they didn't have that back then, or it was just starting out, but they were using like puppet stop motion skeleton armies and just it was what they did with this movie. And claymation type, just cheesy kind of effects, but it added to the creepiness. And then the way it was shot too, Army of Darkness. Alexa, delete sticky.
Your last note was 30 Days of Night Mystery Alaska Army of Darkness Never Ending Story.
And we
Is
got
that the one
Never
you want
Ending
to
Story.
delete?
Yes.
Okay, I've deleted
And there was a
that.
couple of Never Ending Stories. It's like a kind of like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz. There's like a big flying dog, and it's a book that the boy's reading out of. and he gets lost in the story. It's very good. I recommend that too. Colorful, uh, brings you in the mood. The colors. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 4 notes. First note, Jumanji, The Crow, The Spirit, Dick Tracy, A Moment Like This.
Alexa, stop.
Second
All
note,
right, we're down to the last one. Jumanji, the first one with Robin Williams and all those characters, the CGI animals, and just the action scenes, and the way stuff went down. I like the color. Uh, so we have Jumanji, The Crow, with Brandon Lee, God bless him, dying when they made that movie. That's another mystery. Bruce Lee, his father died too, and then Brandon Lee, another mystery, died. And it was based off a comic book that a guy actually wrote about his life, kind of. Uh, James O. Barr, I think is his name. Uh, and he produced a comic book in black and white out of his own money, and it became a hit, got picked up for a movie. And the movie had color, but it was, again, like that comic book color, darks and light, and then shades, and very good action. Brandon Lee was just awesome in that movie. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 4 notes.
That's The Crow.
First note, Jumanji, The Crow, The Spirit, Dick Tracy, A Moment Like This.
Alexa, stop.
Second note.
Okay. Dick Tracy, which all-star cast. I think Pacino's in that. Madonna, Warren Beatty, and there was an old Dick Tracy. I think it was in the comics. He was like in the 30s or 40s, and he was a detective. He had a watch, and he wore yellow. He had a watch where he could talk on the radio and stuff, like a TV, or not like a TV, like a radio phone watch, and he could talk back to the office and stuff. And they made a movie about it, and it had singing in it. And it was shot again like that comic book. This was in the 80s, I believe, late 80s. Warren Beatty, Dick Tracy. And in The Spirit, that is another comic book type shot movie about like a hero, and like a for Vendetta, Sin City. So I believe that's all those. Alexa, what are my stickies?
I found 4 notes. First note, Jumanji, The Crow, The Spirit, Dick Tracy, A Moment Like This.
Alexa, delete
Second
sticky.
note.
I believe
Your
that's
last
it.
note was Jumanji, The
A
Crow,
moment
The
like
Spirit,
this is a
Dick
song,
Tracy, A
but
Moment
that's
Like
for something
This.
else.
Is that the one you want to delete?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I've
Okay,
deleted
well,
that.
we'll be back soon, and I wish y'all nothing but love, because that's all you can do. Love is a choice, and so is to hate. And you should always just come with nothing but love, and that's all you can do, and it'll come back to you. But what you put out, you're gonna get back, one way or another.